Cheerio. Check it out. We got a good one. Hey, we talked about them young bucks, Zion. Who else? We had LaMelo Ball, OBJ. We had PJ Washington, and all these older ladies. A lot of the fellas felt me. A lot of the ladies, they felt me, but there's a select few telling me, no, you can't say this, that, and the other. But then we got into it, and check it out, there was several of y'all, so don't get your panties in a bunch. But when I asked all these separate ladies, okay, if DP is so wrong, and the guys are so wrong in what they said, would you want your daughter to be 45 chasing these 22-year-olds? No, she'll be. Why? But you're telling me there's nothing wrong with it, and it's exhilarating. It's liberating. Well, would you want your son to be a 21-year-old getting chased by a woman with multiple kids? No, my son wouldn't. But you're telling me the women should do this, and I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm saying it's bad decision making by some of these women that they're making. But it's so crazy that you get on me. I'm gonna put it on me. But then when I say, so your daughter should be out here with 25 dudes, she should be just getting paid to get flown out, and you know what she's getting flown out for? No, she's smarter than that. Oh no, you just told me these ladies are smart.
Thanks.
So now we talking about Marcus Pippen. Because I'm not even calling him Jordan. I gotta put him over there with her. You Marcus Pippen. Marcus Pippen and Larsa Pippen. Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son, we know, much younger than Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. And once again, let's talk about the difference. Imagine a little girl growing up with her mom in the industry, regardless if it's a teacher, a WNBA player, or an actress. Somebody in that industry that she's in and that she works with, friends married to a man. And all of a sudden, she becomes of age way long ago. And now this 45-year-old dude is with this 25, 30. You be like, dang, she used to come to your games. It would be way different.
As a child.
Right?
Yeah.
Mind you, you knew this kid. This is not a random 30-year-old. This is somebody you knew. Somebody that you probably hugged, that you used to play with, sit on your lap.
Grooming.
Role reversal.
Grooming.
Don't let me get to talking on here, y'all. Don't let me hold up.
Get the story.
You know what's coming.
Story time.
I ain't even gonna go story right now, but I feel like I'm preaching right now. So what I'm saying is, all the women that were trying to come at me, or guys that are saying what we're saying, as soon as you say, let your daughter do exactly what you parading around. Let your daughter be the hot girl like Meg. You gonna say, no, baby, don't do that. So why are you championing something? I've always had a problem with this. Nothing with nobody, but anybody that does this, even like a rapper, you glorify stealing, killing, doing drugs. But in your house, you telling your kids, nah, that's just rap, son.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hot girl summer. It's a hot girl summer. But you teaching your daughter right, but you poisoning millions.
Thanks.
So I have a problem with anybody that will help theirs, but poison other people's kids. If you would not want your daughter to be doing something, don't be championing.
Yep.
If you don't want your son to be doing something, don't be telling other people's sons to do it. So that's always my biggest thing in these situations. And now Marcus and Larsa have broken up. I'm happy.
Good.
Bro, because once again, I don't know what you want. You might not want kids. You might want kids. I can't tell you what you want. But if you 30 and she in her 40s, let's just say you want kids. Now she might not want to have none. But if you do, dang, by the time they get to high school, she a granny.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And then the relationship ain't going to be good because you're going to want something younger. Yeah. So my whole thing is, I've never, ever told people, don't go play in all this. But what we were talking about was, don't go getting these women pregnant. That's going to lead to your demise, their demise as a woman as well, and your kids' demise.
Yeah.
Don't go losing your legacy by getting married to somebody that's literally 15, 20 years older than you, and they're only trying to make it to a certain point so they get that alimony. They're trying to get that divorce settlement. But that was my biggest thing. I'm happy to see that, Marcus, and I wanted to bring up, if this was a role reversal of a man growing up, seeing a girl at 5, 6 years old, sitting on her lap, and now all of a sudden, and parading it around. Oh, we have sex 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Come on now. How you feel about it, Diff?
Man, I'm gonna go left with it, man. I want to know how Scottie Pippen is doing, man. I really want to know how my boy Scottie's doing, because I feel like my boy Scottie, man, it's bad out here for Scottie right now, man. It's bad out here for my boy Scottie. You know, you went top 50, top 75 player, but they don't know you for that no more, man. I feel bad for my boy.
Yeah.
But nah, in regards to Marcus Jordan and Larson Pippen, man, it's like, you hate to say I told you so, but it's like I told you so. We knew it wasn't last. We knew it was something like a fling. I don't care how serious they tried to make it and all that kind of stuff. Like, we knew what it was. And, you know, that boy out there sowing his royal oats, as they like to say. You know what I'm saying? But then I look at it also from a standpoint of, okay, the question that runs through my mind is, did Mike set that up? You know what I'm saying? Like, did Mike set that up or what? Like,
hey, the Jordan fan said it, not me.
Hey,
the Jordan fan said it, not me.
In those conversations, like, I want to know, like, is he giving him the high five? Like, good job, son. Like, what was it? You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested to know that, but of course it'll never come out. But at the end of the day, man, I think it was what we thought it was. It was a fling, and you know, it shouldn't have happened anyway. Somebody need to put we need to figure out, you know, if Scotty's all right, we need to do a wellness check, you know what I'm saying? Make sure our boy Scotty good.
Thanks.
You know, but no, that's just my thoughts on it, man.
And then not only that, didn't she get like a lot of his retirement or something like that? So that goes to show once again, women, we're just trying to steer the young. Mind you, we're not putting this even on the women. We've been talking to the young boys.
To the boys. Yeah.
This is on the boys to not put themselves in that position. Think about it. If Scotty was married to this lady for many, many years in her young age, she hit him up for that. What do you think she gonna do to
with your money? Yep.
Come on now.
He got that Jordan money.
Yeah.
Hey, how we talking about
losing daddy's money?
When I say he got his own money, baby, he got his own money. But it's just different. When I say he got his own shoe, he got his own shoe. What you got, Justin?
Man, I'll say it like this: she 49, he 33. So right off back, right there, that means shit. When he was like what? 4, maybe
when
5.
He was 10. When he was 10, she was 36.
Facts. So and then
what you say? No, you said
she was
26,
16,
26.
so she was 26.
26.
But at the end of the day, that sounds about the same time when they were playing. You get what I'm saying? So that means she sat here.
He was 5 when she was 31.
I don't get that. You can't just see somebody's kid and then you automatically sexually attracted to him and everything some years go by.
And let us put a disclaimer out there because I already know we're not saying that she was looking at him when she was young. We're just saying that if you have known a kid when he was 10 and you were 26, that it should be kind of weird to be like, but I took care of you.
Hey, let me ask y'all this.
So before they start playing with us,
as a young boy, did y'all ever see something that you be like, hey, when I get older, I want to try that? Like, I mean,
I will say this.
Yeah.
I will say maybe when we got a little older, like teenage years, because you remember, we was in the age of our teachers wasn't Miss Trinidad off Martin.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Right, we had some old granny teachers. Nowadays, I see why these young boys be going ham.
As teachers, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like,
I did.
Like, all our teachers, my teachers growing up was all like 45, 55, 65. Now they 22. Like, so
that's crazy.
Obviously, I think any young boy, when he know, like Martin said, I wanted to touch that thigh.
That baby thigh.
I wanted to touch that thigh.
Yeah. But but on that, I mean, if you got to think about it, with any child, with any parent, I would never, even like I have a daughter, I would never want to see my daughter with the older man who's 15, 16 years older than her. You want to know why? Because this nigga already lived his life. Baby girl, you need to go out there and live yours. You know, you want to, hey, your own kids, go out there, you live your life. Don't let nobody who's 16, 20 years older than you slow you down or make you want to settle and slow your life down and not do anything. And that's exactly, I mean, shit, what was he going to do? Have kids with her? I seriously doubt that shit. She's 49. I mean, it happens, but hey, that's a very high risk pregnancy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, I just hate when it's so much of an age difference, because I mean, you're basically taking life from somebody else. And then also, hey, I'm not calling her a pro like a hoe, but she a pro at getting that dough, if you know what I mean. So
facts. What you got, Will?
Hey, while we checking on Marcus on Scotty, hey, I'll do the deep water. I'll call it whatever. I don't give a damn, because if it looked like a duck, right? Somebody check on R. Kelly. I don't see the difference. I don't see the difference between his criminal behavior and her criminal behavior.
Yeah,
it ain't like. That's why I use the word grooming, because that's what it is.
Yeah,
I will preface it just once again. R. Kelly did get with him supposedly, right, when it was 16. Now they got together later in life. I think now you can still groom somebody, right, without technically illegally touching them.
Like Tiger and that Kardashian girl. Tiger was grooming that girl, man. Like, and the whole family was cool with it.
Facts.
And let's be real. Well, let's be real. What we actually see and what actually happened are two different things.
Yeah, so I'm just prefacing what we can only go by what we know.
Yeah. What we know.
Yeah, very small
speculation.
So everything I'm saying is clearly just allegations and accusations and and assumptions. So take it with
no haterations, just allegations.
And all the other Asians and revelations
in this dancery.
But yeah, so I don't want this to don't call me into the court like I'm saying I have proof. I don't. What I am saying is I find it very difficult to believe that anybody just all of a sudden just started, like if there was a point, and I don't believe that point was adulthood. And this is what, we live in a country where the age limit of certain things is, we have it set up a certain way in our society. But with people like this that have this history, for a lot of them, they have that history of surrounding themselves with people in that teenage area of their lives. True. It doesn't matter if you're talking about a man or a woman. These cougars, they don't wait. Hell, DP might even see a few of them training. He might. Hey, look. You might see him hovering. If you just pay attention, if you're large, like I go to 7-on-7. We had practice today with the 14U, 16. If you go to like the bigger, when you start getting the flag football, now they're 16, 17, and they play for pro teams. Like they got scouts out there looking. It's people ain't got nobody on the team out there looking at them. But you don't know that, and that's the scarier part about the world we live in. See, we can talk about it when it's the men, because for whatever reason,
because there are plenty of times when women will tell another man, if that boy right there was older.
Yeah.
You've heard that. Let a man literally say, if that 16-year-old girl was older.
Yeah. I would even look at
that all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clink.
Yep. Because I have two sisters, both older than me, and I can tell you just from experience, like you'd be surprised, like whether it's my sister who runs track or my sister who, like whether it's like cheerleading or something, if they're built a certain way, every man with common sense knows that you can't just out here. You are a fool if you're thinking that ain't none of these grown ass men noticing that they're coming into their adulthood already. And they're 2-3 years away from actually being adults. So when you have a situation where somebody knew somebody since they were a child, now we ain't talking about teenagers. She's known that nigga since he was 5.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And then you start. This is more than a fling. A fling is some one time. And for it to be a fling for me, you have to bump into somebody who's a stranger. You can't have a fling with somebody you know. That's not a fling. That is an arrangement. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, that's what Jada had with old boy with her son.
Entanglement.
You know what I'm saying? With her son. You think that just came around the first time and that's when it happened? No, Jada had her eyes on him from the moment she seen old boy. And she just set it up. And it's cold and it's calculated.
Yeah.
And we don't want to talk about that part. It doesn't happen by accident.
Women be running game too, bro.
Oh yeah.
Women,
and it's easier for the women to manipulate a lot.
Women are a lot better
because the young boys usually
moving people
think,
around.
This shouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Where the young girl, like, they know, hold on, I shouldn't know. The young dude's literally like, bro, we running back telling our boys, not even knowing that it's wrong, right? Like, hey, bro, you ain't gonna lie, miss such and such a cake, bro.
Yeah. And that's because trained to chase. We're trained to, you know what I'm saying, to attack it. You know, it's wrong. Don't get me wrong, biblically, of course, but we're trained that way, right? And so if a girl that age is gonna give it to us, hey, we gonna take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's the same way with these. And I know we were talking about this, but like I said, on this, we'll talk sports and we get real. Every male that pretty much gets caught with the high school, you getting them years. Devin, you're a teacher. How many times have the Mesquite or Dallas or we see on the news, it's probation. And they will get in trouble while being on trial for it. And do it again and still get probation.
And you don't even have to get caught. If it's a whisper, your career is like
pretty much done.
If it's an allegation against you, your reputation, even if you're clear, your reputation is shot. It just is. You're always gonna have those whispers against you. I don't even close the door. I do. I have to talk to female students all the time. I don't even close my door. My door is wide open, or I have somebody come in and sit. We ain't playing that game at all.
Facts.
That's the perspective they need right there. Yeah, I'm glad you got into that because you deal with the real. So that's you already know. Like man, look, we see him at the field in public, and there's lots of people around. He's in a building. Every night you got to talk to somebody one-on-one and all this kind of stuff. I don't have those problems.
No lie. When I became a teacher, I was so I was subbing. Then I got the Mesquite PE teacher job. I was 24. I literally, when I was getting hired, the assistant principal, who was a lady, says, "Okay, now let me ask you, what happens when the female student asks you for tutoring? Where is tutoring located? Or where do y'all meet at? Who's in there with you? If somebody asks you for this, well, how do you handle that? Well, you're also a trainer. So you follow some of those students and you have to, obviously, in social media, but how do you interact? Like, those are things that are taught to us and asked of us. But on the flip side, I don't think you're asking every 23-year-old girl or young woman that comes through there. Because once again, I know it's them because you're not thinking of that. They're not the predator in this thing.
Exactly.
The guy wanted that.
They're presumed innocent until proven guilty. It's the reverse with us.
And then to them, it's like less, it's less nastier. Because, you hear about a teacher, adult woman with like a 15, 16-year-old boy. You'd be like, hey, little nigga did it. Type shit. But you hear somebody touch somebody's little daughter, everybody running for them pieces. Everybody running for them burners.
Gunplay time.
I mean, it's just, it's kind of like, it sucks. It's kind of like a double standard.
It is.
A big double standard.
Yeah.
Huge.
I don't remember the last time any woman, and we see this all the time, that's got in trouble that I've at least seen that got any significant time or any time at all.
Nope.
Them boys getting them 15 years.
Facts. Hey,
I ain't seen a woman yet. I didn't say it didn't happen, but I've not seen one woman ever get 10 or 15 years. And mind you, this is a 25-year-old guy, 30-year-old guy messing with an 18-year-old getting them years. I've seen 23-year-olds, 25-year-olds messing with 12-year-olds as women. No time. 12.
That's middle school, dog.
Yeah.
Middle school.
That's wild.
So, that's crazy. I know there's a double standard. Crazy. So I'm never going to tell nobody not to go with somebody they love, but I also recognize patterns. And I've seen if you just going and you head over here chasing this woman, like I said, if it's because you seen her out and about, but my whole thing as a man, I can't be personally 45 and be like, yeah, dang, that's my teammate's daughter. She can be bad. But I'm like, bro, she used to come and eat cereal at the crib.
Yeah, bro.
Like, that's just me. And once again, the women feel like they feel, but once again, when we tell you to put your kid, son or daughter in that situation, it's never all right. But it's all right for everybody else's kids to fall victim to this. So that's what we're going to end this one with. But yeah, man, I just, because of some of the, not even backlash, but because I don't count what some of the women are saying is even backlash because it's not supported. Because you literally said your daughter or son can't do what you're supposedly supporting. But some of the comments, I was like, no, I want to get on this one. And it was pretty fresh because I believe they broke up last week. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for another good one. I always love talking a sport, but leads into some real life situations. And for us to be able to, give our real life experiences, not opinions, but things that we've actually seen happen. So if y'all haven't, Make sure you like, you subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X. We everywhere. YouTube is DP2Nice as well as everywhere else. We out.